Welcome everyone to the CCL halftime show and welcome to the playoffs. I'm Kyle Fergusson and I am joined today by Diamond Hands Kelsier. Kelsier, thank you for joining me.
Pleasure to be here, Kyle.
It's great to get to talk to you for the first time. You get to play some ranged assassin for everybody. How has the season been for you so far?
Dude, honestly, the season's been amazing. It's been, it's my first season in CCL, and it's definitely, there's been a lot of like ups and downs, I guess, but for the first season of CCL, I don't think I could have asked for something better. I'm with my friends, it's a good time, and the games have been really fun.
That's awesome. So how did you end up getting into Heroes overall?
I think I was a junior in high school or something, and I was walking to school with my friend. And I've always been a bit of a, I've played StarCraft 2 or Warcraft 3. I've always been into kind of the Blizzard games. And he told me like, yo, there's this game where the characters from Warcraft and the characters from StarCraft and a few others are in there. You should play it. And then from there, I kind of just started playing Heroes of the Storm. Like I think around HOTS 2.0. And I literally just played quick match for 10,000 games. And then, transition to competitive.
Absolutely. So you ended up doing things like DreamHack Beyond and NGS. How did you transfer from quick match for fun with friends over to more tournament play?
I went from, really, it was just a 3-step process. I was quick match for fun with friends, and then low tier grassroots amateur scenes with friends. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm kind of actually decent at this game. So then I started climbing up, and I was like, maybe I could do, the highest tier in the NGS thing. And then that's kind of how it capitulated. I guess I kind of just launched myself into it for the fun of it. And all of a sudden I'm like, here I am, right?
Did you play ranked in Warcraft 3 and StarCraft, or was it more custom map business?
I was a bit of a ranked in StarCraft, but Warcraft was like the custom games, knock those out. And then StarCraft was the sweatiness, right? So
what'd you play in StarCraft?
I'm a Zerg.
Okay.
I'm a Zerg Andy. Yeah.
Okay. I can see it. The unique angles, kind of coming at things from different ideas. The summons. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So how did you end up getting noticed for CCL then for your first season here?
Yeah, so it's been kind of an ongoing effort. I say for the first season of CCL, I didn't really know what was going on. I was kind of out of the loop. That was more my bad. For the second season of CCL, I reached out to teams. I was already relatively established in the amateur scene. And, other people got picked over me, which more power to them. And then season 3 rolls around, and I was just playing, with my friends, Gotfield, Caesar Salad. We were playing in the NGS Storm Division. And, we kept playing. We were having a really good time. The team was performing well. And, Chris, the Diamond Hands Orgunner, was interested in me. And we talked. And, he, after a while, the team decided I would be a good fit in for season 3.
Wait, so... I've talked to a lot of people who are part of AntiClown Association. That's the team you're talking about, right?
Yeah, ACA. I'm an ACA boy with Gotfilth and Vine Palvens for life.
I just hadn't made the connection that team became or is such a large part of Diamond Hands.
I believe the last version of ACA had 4 members from current day Diamond Hands.
Yeah.
In it. So, yeah. And I was the captain of ACA, so I obviously had to... leverage them into getting me in, or else I wouldn't do my captain stuff.
Naturally. So did you become captain then of Diamond Hands here, or where's kind of your role in the team?
Oh, absolutely not. My role in the team, I would say primarily is to I'm the hyper carry. I'm the ranged player of the team. Godfilth, the other DPS, he plays kind of the more quirky stuff, the more out of the box thinking. My job is just to focus on my play, my mechanics, and just be the old faithful in the back. Everyone else can make the plays, but I need to be there to follow up on everything that happens, pretty much.
That's fair. So the throughput and just being reliable is most important to you.
Just Old Faithful in the back, yeah.
So how's the overall season felt for the team? I mean, you guys have been on quite the journey so far, currently ranked 4 for the playoffs.
Honestly, dude, I've felt this season's been really productive, I guess. More so, like, I was very surprised when we were like taking games off, like Simplicity week 1. 8th place team from last season, 1st place team from last season, and it goes to 2-3. Unfortunately, we got reverse swept, but like that was crazy, you know? I feel like we've done really well this season, and I'm really proud of the progress that we made so far.
Yeah, then into a 3-0 versus GG. You guys really hit the ground running. I guess a lot of that might be due to the fact that you'd all worked together so well for so long in the past.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the heroes you like to play. Who did you originally gravitate towards when you first started Here's the Storm, and where are you at now?
Yeah, so I would say I'm a bit of a Hanzo main. I think that's my most proficient range DPS. Lately, as the meta's kind of, evolved, I've slotted more into that Sylvanas category, or maybe Gray main, or, just think the boring auto attack backliners. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Fair enough. It's pretty exciting stuff. I really like the new Sylvanas, but Greymane is in such an interesting space, particularly with the rise of this off-lane Johanna. That's all the rage right now.
Yep.
You also, you have an 87% win rate Cassia.
Actually, yeah, that's true. I would say with my Cassia, I guess my strong suit is I'm good at lining up the Valkyries. I think that's something that I'm very good at. And, whenever we draft Cassia, we don't draft Cassia super often, but when we do draft Cassia, we're drafting the comp kind of around her. She's like the main damage, she's the main kill threat, and everything is just kind of enable her to do damage. So yeah, I think that does make sense. That does check out that we have a really high win rate with her.
Because she's the foundation of the team, everything is supporting you, and you understand your job is to get it done because the team's relying on you. That makes perfect sense. I do want to ask you too about this particular game, the Tomb of the Spider Queen, where you played a Cassia into something I would never ever want to face on Cassia. This was a Brightwing, Stitches, Yrel, Imperious Junkrat. How did you even stand anywhere? Like what made you feel safe enough to go auto attack build even?
Faith and Got Filth, my Medivh. Well, that was the main thing. It's kind of like you have two options when you're that comp and you're the Cassia. We have worse wave clear than them, and they have. Well, I think Stitches has a kind of bad early game. So you can either AFK by the wayside, or you can really go in there and attack. And if you go in there and attack, then that means you're splitting them up. You're messing up their macro rotations. And that's really the only way we can stay in the early game, in my opinion, is just by kind of forcing them to brawl with us. And I think that's what we ended up doing, just over and over again, just run at them. I died a couple of times, but at the end of the day, when we got the first kill, that was the breakthrough moment. And then we could just snowball the game through there as soon as we pierced their armor.
You also ran, by chance, my favorite quick match build and character in the world, Zebo with the uprooting zombie wall. That was on Volskaya there for an absolutely devastating Zul. It takes 4 characters to do this. Zul, Medivh, Stukov, Zebo combo.
Yes, sir.
Is that something you all had practiced before? Was that just a moment of zen that you saw? That's a lot of work to pull off what maybe a hero could do, but you're doing it all with basic abilities.
Yeah, so, dude, I'm actually really proud of that comp. I think that comp is, the more you analyze it, the more synergies you find amongst itself. And I'm pretty sure it was just we were scrimming against an undisclosed team, and they had Zebo Stukov. And we found that was super annoying to play against. The wall and the thing, we had a Lucio healer, I think, so we couldn't cleanse ever. And then we're so that combo was annoying. So what if we just build an entire comp around that? And that's kind of the birth of that comp. And The Zebo, like I specifically went W build because it gives you extra range and more damage on your things. That's basically our only kill threat. But that I'm really proud of that comp for the team, you know.
You should be. That's a great point to bring up because it is such a fun build, but we don't see it in competitive often. And aside from Medivh, you were the damage for that team, and you had to bring it while also supplying this really unique CC, and you fought a Lucio in there, so everything lined up for you. Yep. Well, you all are speeding towards the playoffs here. Viewers at this point will know who you're about to face, but if you had some predictions as to who was going to make their way to you, up first we have Granite Gaming versus Chili Mountain.
I would predict, I think Granite's been playing really spicy lately. They've turned it up. They've been taking not matches off of like simplicity. I think Granite's got it in the back.
And then that's gonna face Storm Esports.
Yes, I would. I think Storm, in my opinion, are the scariest contenders for the gauntlet. So I do think Storm is going to take Granite Gaming. Although I think, what was their last thing? It was like 2-3, right? So it was close last time they fought, I think.
The Storm versus Granite? Yeah, 3-2. Yeah. And those were marathons as well.
Yeah, those are long games. So, I mean, dude, Granite could just, be the simplicity from season 1. Well, who knows?
Fair enough. And then Oxygen? Whoever.
I would say Oxygen Storm. I would want Oxygen to win. Just because, like the ACA strength, my pal Vince is on Oxygen, and he's, one of my best friends. And if we had to lose a game, I would like it to be to them. So then he could get to the playoffs, and he could give his all.
That's wholesome. I like that. That's an excellent storyline, and I look forward to seeing what happens in the playoffs. Everybody stay tuned here. As we end, Kelsier, any shout-outs you'd like to do?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to my team for picking me up for season 3. So far, it's been really educational for me as a player, but it's also been one of the most fun I've had in years. Caesar Salad, Nantori, Gottfilth, Valimar, June, they're all amazing people. They're my close friends at this point. And, shout out to you guys for picking me up. Shout out to my manager, Chris. Shout out to Key, a scheduler. He's just, he's the best in the business. I have to say it. Twitch chat, you guys are great chatting away. Thank you for the casters doing everything, making every cast entertaining. Thank you, Kyle, for doing these interviews. I think it's really helpful to get to the insight in these players, and thanks to the CCL organization.
Awesome. Well, everybody, it's coming up next. Enjoy.